Thank you. Hi, good evening. My name is Annelien, and I want to talk to you about contact improvisation. Does anybody know what that is? Okay, I'm not actually going to let you talk because I only got 5 minutes. So I'm going to tell you what it means to me. Basically, contact improvisation is some kind of dance. It's an improvised dance where you almost always have a point of contact with another human body, male or female, it doesn't really matter. The way it works is that through that point of contact, you give physical information to the other person. So you don't talk, it's just the body is talking. For example, somebody has their hand on my shoulder. They are giving me a little push. That's information for my body. I can choose to follow the push and move that way. Or I can choose to push back and move that way. I can choose not to move at all. But whatever I choose, the other body gets to react to as well. So if I choose, this is my impulse that I get, I choose to follow it, the other one is gonna probably have to rearrange their body not to fall, unless falling is part of their improvisation, and that's possible too. If I push back, they thought they were gonna go there, but now the movement goes the other way. If I stop, maybe they thought they were gonna move and then they feel like at least my leg has to go there because I was planning. And in that way, they get new information they have to react to, and then the information for me changes again because that body is gone. And in that sense, the movement just like keeps on going until eternity, basically, unless somebody leaves the dance. There's many different ways of doing it as well. Some people like to do like really fast movements or like very slowly, like to give strong impulses or very softly. Some people like to do silly, theatrical, like with more emotions. You can also go to the floor and have those movements happen there, or you can go acrobatic and like put people in the air. There's safe ways you can learn how to do that. It's improvisation, so there's not really any rules except for safety and consent. So since you never know what's going to happen, there's no plan, you have to make sure that you keep yourself and the other person safe in whichever position you end up while moving together. And consent, for the same reason, you don't know what's going to happen, so you have to constantly listen to your body very well and know when you are uncomfortable physically or even emotionally if somebody is too close. Or the challenge is to communicate that boundary without words. So if somebody is too close, you can change your dance and you can do like this and you keep dancing and you're not uncomfortable anymore. Of course, if it's painful, please shout and like make it stop immediately, obviously. Some benefits that I get from contact improvisation is, for example, learning about those boundaries. So to learn to really listen to my body and to notice when I'm scared that I'm going to get hurt or when I'm uncomfortable, to express that boundary to the other person and to have that boundary respected. Should be normal, but like in the outside world, that is not a given. So if you've ever been in some kind of abusive relationship situation, this can be very, very healing. Something else that I like very much about contact improvisation is that it's a very physical dance. Obviously, there's always a point of contact. In that sense, it finally takes physical contact away from sexuality. In the outside world, you don't just get to touch people and like hug them, without afterwards having to explain that you don't actually, or that you do, or like, you know, the difficult conversation, whatever. Here you could just get to, it's the dance, and obviously you might feel attraction or you might feel sexual energy. First of all, that's not wrong. We are human, it can happen. You don't have to act on it. It's just, that's not what the dance is about. Like you can go to a boring meeting and fall in love with someone, you know, it happens, but that's not what the meeting is about. I'm just gonna throw in the word oxytocin, because that is very much there in the dance as well, and thank you.